Libre Intense and Le Parfum are supposedly men killers. Are they? What are the differences between these two fragrances and which one would be better for you? Stay tuned until the end of this video and you'll find out. And hello everyone, my nickname is Miri. Welcome to my channel. First I'll review each fragrance and then I'll compare them. In the end I'll let you know which one is my favorite. So let's start. In the comparison between Libre Le Parfum and Libre Eau de Toilette, I talked a bit more about the inspiration for the fragrance and the code name under which original Libre was developed. I've linked that comparison in the description box if you want to check out that comparison after you watch this video. But here I wanted to talk about the bottle design because Libre bottles are one of the most beautiful flakons I've seen, and both are created by British artist Susan Dalton. Susan took a sentence Yves Saint Laurent said and made it into a bottle. He said, "I like the dress to be sober, but the accessory to be crazy." And that is what this bottle is about. You have this stunning Yves Saint Laurent golden symbol bent and nailed into the glass on the side that resembles an oversized accessory or jewel. And Susan Dalton also commented that when envisioning this flakon, she wanted to emphasize perfume's sexiness with a clash of a naked, sober glass bottle and a wild metal accessory. And the look is finished with a symmetrical black cap with golden chains underneath. And that's interesting because the Libre means free in French, so using chains is quite entertaining, meaning when you spray Libre, you're liberating yourself from the expectations and norms for a traditionally feminine fragrance. And Libre does that. It empowers you to be your authentic self. How does Libre Intense smell? The opening is a lavender forward scent with noticeable mandarin and just a hint of bergamot, but from the start you got vanilla sweetness that rounds the citruses and aromatic lavender. It's just amazing, but I must admit that the initial spray has a bit of medicinal scent, and after a minute it develops into a beautiful lavender mandarin vanilla combo that takes you to the lavender field in the late summer evening, and a warm breeze is blowing through the vast lavender field and caresses your hair washed with orange scented shampoo. That combination of warmth, slight citrusy nuances and aromatic lavender is what you get in the opening. So the opening resembles original Libre Eau de Parfum because lavender is the most prominent note, but as it settles it goes in the different direction. So if you're a fan of the original, you'll love the opening, but if you thought the original Libre was too masculine, you'll find the opening of the Intense masculine as well, but in that case wait for the dry down. After 5 minutes, citrus hues are lost and you start noticing other soft floral tones, but lavender and vanilla dominate the heart with orchid creaminess, and this becomes the scent of a lush botanic garden or a scent of Italian or like Greek villa with lavender, orange blossom, orchid and jasmine growing in the garden surrounding that villa. And it's a hot Mediterranean night. You're inhaling this floral aromatic lavender scent mixed with the warmth of the night in the air. That good dose of tonka and vanilla round up the lavender, so it's never synthetic nor scratchy, but rather it feels sun warm and inviting, even cozy. And the scent is lush, warm, sweet, floral and aromatic, but in a such elegant, chic and sexy way. And the more it dries down, it becomes heavier on the vanilla and tonka bean, so it becomes sweeter and denser, but it never becomes like sugary, syrupy or sticky sweet. It manages to stay balanced, but I'm sure those loving gourmand fragrances will absolutely love tonka vanilla prominent dry down of the Intense. And such warmth and sweetness invites you to cuddle, and the scent wraps around you like a blanket because I also get some slight powderiness as well, probably because of the orchid that can sometimes smell musky and powdery. So imagine it started being a bit chilly while you were strolling in that Mediterranean garden at night. You sat on the garden swing chair and your partner wrapped you in the fluffiest vanilla smelling blanket while you're inhaling whiffs of the lavender and other flowers in the garden. This is what intense dry down smells like. The scent is absolutely amazing to my nose. It's not masculine for me at all. And since I love stronger, bolder perfumes I can smell throughout the day, I'm just loving it. Especially I love that lavender unisex edginess mixed with the warmth of vanilla and tonka, so the scent doesn't smell to me like men's cologne, but it doesn't smell too gourmandy or like food either. It smells truly like a perfume, but with fresh and gourmand facets, and the scent is just so flattering, and it's a people pleaser scent, but that doesn't mean everyone will enjoy wearing it. So I must warn you, if you absolutely dislike lavender, if lavender smells to you like men's cologne, this won't be for you. And if you're like more into subtle, intimate perfumes, this one might be headache and nausea inducing fragrance on your skin. Therefore, Libre Intense truly isn't for the faint of heart, and since I enjoy unisex fragrances and very loud and very strong perfumes, Intense is just right up my alley. It instantly makes me feel expensive, sexy and confident, and it truly has a huge impact on the way how I feel. It's a mood changer and confidence booster. It has an irresistible pull, so I can't stop smelling it on myself. And just like I've mentioned, even though this is a mainstream fragrance, not everyone can pull it off. When I wear it, I feel like a type of alpha female, like I'm in the control, and just amazing, great things will come my way. So I can imagine a woman in a well-fitted silk black dress, wearing heels and swaying her hips while walking, wearing Libre Intense. And although she's in the dress, she exudes charisma and confidence and a pantsuit type of energy, taking over the room the second she enters. Therefore, my rating for the scent profile of Libre Intense is 10 out of 10. But what about Le Parfum? How does it smell? The initial spray is spicy from the ginger and saffron, but also citrusy and tangy to my nose, and there is a hint of hay saffron can sometimes have that adds just another layer of depth. And the citrusy and spicy opening might smell a bit masculine to some, but that is just something all Libre flankers have in common. Mostly the opening smell a bit more masculine to some, but then perfume changes and shows all of its facets. And the opening smells to me like ginger, saffron, rice drizzled with a few drops of squeezed mandarin juice on top. It's very different, but so pretty, and it just works. After a few minutes, lavender joins the party together with woodiness and sweetened orange blossom, but the scent still has spicy facets. And just how citrus is made a perfect contrast to the spiciness in the opening, as they mellow down, lavender adds aromatic and refreshing vibe, a perfect contrast to those spicy, woody tones in the heart, while orange blossom adds delicate, feminine texture, and vanilla rounds everything into a cozy, ambery, golden juice of this fragrance. And orange blossom here is amplified and very noticeable compared to the intense version, and the result is slightly spicy, aromatic, sweet floral aroma with a lot of warmth and depth that smells like ginger cookies on the table in the garden next to pots with lavender and orange tree blossoming. So you get aromatic florals and spicy woodiness. The more Le Parfum dries down, the more vanilla comes out together with honey, but spiciness and lavender are still noticeable, although vanilla and honey cover most of the notes with a hefty dose of sweetness. And although you can smell honey, it's not overpowering, cloying, or sticky sweet. It's just rich and adds to the overall depth of the entire fragrance. And even though I'm not a huge fan of honey in perfumes, here honey is perfectly balanced because ginger adds spiciness, lavender adds aromatic layer, and therefore Le Parfum stands out from other sweet orange blossom perfumes on the market, and spicy ginger and aromatic lavender made sure this will have a character even in the dry down, but a combination of vanilla, tonka and honey give a dark caramel vibe that rounds up and smoothens the fragrance. And if I had to simplify how the dry down smells, I would say it smells like honey covered orange blossoms, or in a bit more depth, like that ginger cookies on the table in the garden were drizzled with caramel and a few orange blossom petals fell on top of honeyed ginger cookies. So the scent is intriguing and perfect for chillier seasons. Le Parfum is a great combination between refreshing notes of citruses and lavender with darker, spicier ginger and saffron, together with delicate orange blossom and richness, sweetness and depth of tonka, vanilla and honey. It smells like a whole orchestra is performing a luxurious olfactory melody in front of your nose, because a lot is going on in this fragrance and it smells luxurious and domineering, but in a most sensual way. Le Parfum isn't to my nose a cozy scent that will make you feel like you want to crawl under the fluffy blanket on the winter day. This is a scent of a woman in a power suit in the boardroom. It's not something that will be off-putting to others. On the contrary, it commands respect and attention, but it's very likable and sensual because of the sexiness that image of the bossy lady brings to your mind. It smells like a woman who earns a six-figure salary and has strong confidence in herself. The only negative point is that the juice might stain clothes. At least it stained my white blouse, so just be aware of it before spraying. And also it's quite strong, so if you're into more lighter and delicate perfumes, this one might be too much for your taste, so try it out before purchasing. I really do enjoy it, and I love all the different notes that would clash with each other if not for the vanilla and honey that round them up into this spicy floral gourmand goodness. I do enjoy this scent, and my rating for its scent profile is 9 out of 10. Like this video and subscribe if you found this video descriptive and informative. That helps a lot to my channel, and also it helps this video to spread to more people. But what are the differences between these two perfumes and which one would you prefer? Considering wearability, both perfumes are appropriate for day and night occasions, from the office to the date nights, so they're quite versatile. But I would say Le Parfum is exclusively fall and winter fragrance, while Intense could be worn even in the spring and colder summer evenings because it's fresher and it has a punchier, stronger lavender note. And both are equally seductive, both are compliment magnets, and both are excellent performers. Both passed the overnight test. I could still smell them on my skin even the next morning, so they last about 7 to 8 hours on my skin, but with time they become softer. Initially, Le Parfum is truly strong. It fills a room, but after like half an hour, it doesn't project much anymore and it sits closer to the skin, and therefore it will be appropriate even for the office. So I would say Le Parfum has excellent longevity but softer projection, and my rating for the performance of Le Parfum is 8 out of 10, while Intense is like truly intense. It lasts, it projects, it has incredible sillage, it fills a room, and it has amazing projection throughout the wear, and it's like this ambery golden halo is surrounding you and following you through the day. My coworkers always go wild with compliments whenever I wear Libre Intense to work. People on the other side of the room could smell me even after I walked through a hallway. The scent trail remained, and my coworkers were wondering what was I wearing, so they would often ask me what this fragrance is. And by the dent in this big bottle, you can see I truly love Libre Intense. It's a fragrance that turns heads and makes people remember you. So my rating for the performance of Libre Intense is 10 out of 10. Considering the scent profile, both start with citrusy notes, but in the Intense you get aromatic lavender from the start, while in the Le Parfum you get a lot of spicy ginger and saffron. So if you would like a perfume with more lavender, the Intense will be the one for you. But if you like spicy perfumes and warm olfactory structures, try out Le Parfum. Although both have white florals in the heart, in the Intense the most prominent floral accord is lavender, and then you got orange blossom and orchid, while the most prominent floral accord in Le Parfum is orange blossom, and then you got hints of aromatic lavender in the background. So if you like lavender prominent scents and orchid sweet creaminess, the Intense will be amazing for you. But if you dislike the strong lavender in the Intense, then the softer orange blossom in the heart of Le Parfum would be much more appealing to you. In the deep dry down, both share vanilla, tonka bean and vetiver, so they have gourmand facets, but the Intense smells a bit more powdery and fluffy, while Le Parfum has added honey and therefore it has almost caramel-like nuances. Although both are equally seductive, I would say that Intense still has some elegance and slight coldness from the Libre Eau de Parfum, while Le Parfum is just sexy, domineering and sensual. So if you're looking for equally fresh and sweet perfume, the Intense will do the job. But if you like deeper, darker, warmer and spicier perfumes, Le Parfum will be for you. And if you love the original Libre Eau de Parfum lavender, but Libre Eau de Parfum was a bit lacking to you, then amplified vanilla in the Intense might be just something you were looking for. So if you're a vanilla and lavender lover, try out Libre Intense. But if you love orange blossom and honey, and if you like spicy warmth in perfumes, then go for Le Parfum. I would say they're about 80% similar, and the negative points are that lavender in the Intense and spiciness in the Le Parfum might be too sharp or masculine to some, so they won't be the perfumes for those who like your skin but better type of fragrances. But positive points are that they have excellent longevity, they're compliment magnets, and they'll make you feel expensive and so confident. Both are beautiful, and the choice ultimately comes down to individual preferences. Overall, Le Parfum gets 8.5 out of 10 for its performance and scent profile, and it is the most feminine leaning Libre I've tested so far. But Intense is just a 10 out of 10 fragrance for me. I love it. I've been using it for years. It immediately casts a spell over me, and I love the fact that the original Libre DNA is recognizable here, but the scent just delivers another layer of elegance and sensuality that Eau de Parfum can't compete with, in my opinion. I love the duality between masculine lavender and feminine vanilla in the Intense. But what can I say? This is just a staple in my collection. Which one is your favorite and why? Have you received a lot of compliments while wearing them? Let me know in the comments, and thank you so much for your support and watching. And if you want to see the differences between very loved and elegant Givenchy L'Interdit Eau de Parfum and the new Eau de Toilette version, check out this video. I will see you there. Bye!